Hey everyone, welcome to Encore, and iMATS Toronto is just around the corner, so here are a few tips for you guys to make the most of iMATS. Hey everyone, it's Corin, and you're watching EnKoreMakeup. Blend, blend, blend.
Hi, Corin. Stop using my lipstick.
Hey everyone, welcome back. So the International Makeup Artist Trade Show, more commonly known as iMATS, is going to be in Toronto this coming weekend. And iMATS actually scheduled 5 shows a year. And Toronto's coming up. The next one's going to be in London, UK. Then Vancouver. And then, of course, there's Pasadena every year. And Sydney, Australia. And I'm really excited about Toronto because it used to be the Canadian makeup show, but now iMATS acquired it, so it's going to be exciting. And I'm teaching 2 classes, by the way, in Toronto, and both Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, I'm teaching building a strong brush kit, and that's presented by Crown Brushes. And then my class on Sunday is Wonders of Pigments, which is presented by Naked Cosmetics. So this video is basically just to give you guys tips on how to make the iMATS experience a little better for you guys, okay? Because sometimes you'll go into a big trade show and immediately you'll get this like makeup like overload because there's so much to look at, so much to check out. Just, you know, sometimes it can get really overwhelming. So definitely these tips might be useful for you, and it's also applicable to all the future shows if you are participating or attending the iMATS shows in the future. So my first tip is, I know it's a little too late for Toronto, but definitely something that you can use for the future shows, is to definitely get your tickets in advance, because most of the time, tickets in advance are a lot cheaper to get, okay? They're usually between $10 to $15 less than price at the door, okay? And another thing is, like, when you buy tickets at the door, usually there's a line, okay, that extends outside the building. So if you want to avoid that, then definitely look into buying your tickets in advance. And if you don't have access to buying tickets in advance, then I would highly recommend for you guys to get there early, because like I said, line forms and it can take a while, you know, to just get the tickets. So make sure that you get there early. And if you do purchase your tickets in advance, and usually they mail it to you or they keep it at will call, the will call can tend to have a long line as well, but it's not as bad because they're separated by, they're like alphabetically arranged, and then, you know, they set it up, you know, where you pick up, you know, if your last name's from A to D and E to J or something like that. And there are a lot of attendants usually taking care of will calls, so it moves a little faster. So definitely plan to come early if you have a will call, or if you're planning to buy your tickets on the spot. Now, the International Makeup Artist Trade Show is open to the general public, so that can add to, you know, foot traffic as well. So there's going to be a lot of people that will attend, okay? So another tip is definitely try to get there early and go to the popular booths, okay? For those of you guys who are in Pasadena, you know how Makeup Forever line just wrapped around our booth and all over the exhibition floor, and it just takes forever, you know, to get your purchases and stuff like that. But, you know, as far as testing the products, you know, checking out the products, they have a pretty big booth, but once you decide to purchase, the line is just huge. And I'm pretty sure many of you can vouch on that one, because we stood there forever and a day, along with my co-gurus and stuff. We were all there. It's almost like a little reunion, but we're actually in line for Makeup Forever to for the purchases. So, you know, if you're looking into purchasing Makeup Forever or Crown Brushes, Crown Brush is another popular booth at these shows. Definitely try to get there early and definitely start with those booths, okay? And then definitely take advantage of the classes, guys. The classes are there to benefit everyone. And with Toronto's lineup, oh my gosh, just like all these headliners, I feel like, oh my God, I'm like almost a nobody next to these guys. You have Luc Bouchard from MAC. You have Kevin James Bennett from Makeup Forever. You have Daniel Fonseca. Yes, Daniel Fonseca is from Temp 2. And then you have Norma Hill Patton from Twilight and Eve Pearl. And oh my gosh, just big names. So definitely take advantage of those, because even though you've been doing makeup a lot, you still learn from anyone and everyone. And I managed to sat over a couple of classes in Miami at the summit, and I actually sat in at David Klasfeld from OCC, who's also teaching in Toronto from Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. And I learned a few tricks from him doing airbrushing. And then I also sat at John Hennessy's class, and I learned a few tips and tricks from him. So just little things that you can learn from. And of course, you know, if you're still kind of like getting your foot in makeup, then definitely, you know, all the classes are going to benefit you. And then as far as the exhibition hall is concerned, my first tip for you guys is to carry your handy dandy EnKore notepad, but pick a white paper, okay? It can be lined, it can be plain, much like this, because you're going to need that for your swatching. Now, what I highly recommend for you guys is to walk around first. If you're just going to be there for one day, say a Saturday, then spend half the day just to walk around and check out the booths, check out the products, okay? Don't buy right away from the first booth that you see, all right? Unless it's Makeup Forever that you already know what you need to get, then definitely fall in line, you know, or, you know, just start with that. But for the rest of the exhibition hall and the exhibitors, definitely check them out one by one first. Now, this is the time where you guys can swatch the products. You can look at how it looks on your skin. You know, ask questions about the product if you have any questions. And then, you know, have your camera ready. Always have a camera, and then take a picture of your swatches just for you to refer to later on. And then what you want to do, you know, with your handy dandy EnKore notepad, is that if there's a certain, say, product or color, say you found an eyeshadow, all right, and you're not sure if that's really what you wanted, and you want to see the rest of the exhibitors and what they're exhibiting, then what you want to do is basically just swatch that. Of course, you know, during the exhibition, they allow you to do all that. They allow you to touch, feel the product and everything. And then on your pad, you just swatch it, all right, just like that. All right, and then simply with a pen, just write the name of the booth. Say it's from Makeup Forever. So you just put Makeup Forever, all right, and then you write the color number. I mean, the color number code or the name of the color, okay? If it says Blue Danube, then put Blue Danube on it, all right? And then continue walking around and see if there's anything, you know, better than this product, okay? So that way you can refer to it, okay? You can put a swatch next to it later on, and then compare and then decide later. So at least you have it written down, and then you can go back later. So it's definitely handy to have a notepad. And of course, write as much notes as you can. I've seen a lot of trade show attendees wherein they would buy something at one place because they got excited about the color, and then they would find another product, you know, similar color but better, feels better, you know, better quality and stuff, and they already bought something, and therefore, you know, you just spent money on, you know, something that you're not truly happy with because there's another product that, you know, like, that's better. So definitely do that. So take your time to really just check out the products first. Now, if you're going to be there for both days, for 2 days, then I would suggest, you know, spend that first day just checking out every booth, you know, looking at the demos, swatching, testing the products, things like that, just taking as much notes. And then use your second day to make your purchases. Now, as far as prices in these trade shows, they have show prices, a special for the event, and they're usually 40 to 60% off their retail prices if you would buy them from their store or if you buy them from their website. So it'll save you a lot of money. Now, another tip is like at these trade shows, it's definitely the best time to go and apply for your pro membership, because most of them, Mac specifically, they would have application forms right there and then, and they usually would not require documents for you to bring documents. You just fill out this form, and then they process it, and a couple of weeks later you get your pro card. And most of the big lines as well have pro memberships, so just keep asking if they have a pro membership program and if you can apply right on the spot. And most of the big brand names would have that program available during these trade shows. So this is the best time for you guys to get your pro cards, okay? And what else? Oh, another tip, definitely hand out your business cards, okay? Because it's a great way to network with these companies. Once they get your business card, they usually add you to their mailing list or their email list. That's how you get to find out about new products before they even introduce it out to the general public, events, promotions, newsletters, things like that, and you get first dibs on new things. So it's really, really cool. And also make sure to collect business cards from anyone and everyone, okay? Like these, I collected just in Chicago alone, all right? Because again, it's a great way to network. If I need, information on something, maybe one of these guys can give me information on that, or also give them your card because they might be able to recommend your service. If they can't do it, hey, I know somebody who might be able to. So it's a great way to network. Definitely make sure you have business cards. Okay, so I'll see you guys in Toronto and hopefully in future iMATS shows. And thank you so much for joining me until then. See you guys soon. Bye.